let's go back to Bitcoin for a minute. So, what's your personal take? Do you think it could hit $100,000 next year?
I would say 25 because I just don't know the geopolitical. If the geopolitical stuff gets cleared, and I'm waiting for the ETF approval. Like, if people don't know, BlackRock's approval rate is like 572 to 1. We thought Floyd was the greatest. Like, when that takes off, and I wanted to ask Chris, but like, how many institutional players buying in will take it to go to 100,000? But if we see at some point these are going to be put in the 401ks and 403bs, oh my, it's game, set, match. Because if we look at the numbers, Bitcoin has outperformed the S&P and NASDAQ by far over a 5-year, 1 year. And if we go a 10-year period, it's nothing like
about
it.
No,
never been done. So if there's some stabilization, or if they say, hey, if crypto ever drops 35%, these mutual funds are automatically going to buy in orders to prop it back up. It's a game, set, match. So I don't know if it'll be next year, but by end of 2025, early 2026, I could see it being there. I don't think we're going to have the same issue where it zips up from 25,000 to 70 or 60 something thousand real fast. But once we break like 65, 601, and if there's still orders coming in, it's off to the races at that point.
Yeah, if you look at the 4-year life cycle of Bitcoin over the past 12 years, the 4th year in the cycle is usually the peak of it. So this is year 3, right? Yeah. And so now we're heading into year 4. So everything that you're saying is spot on. I see it. I don't know if 100,000 is the number, but definitely getting back.
Let's see, 60s
over the 60s.
Yeah.
So the people who hold it, who held and hold HODL, they're feeling great. And those who invested and they saw it depreciate over the past year but didn't sell, you should be feeling okay. Well, this is why I'm here. This is how this is investing. This is what investing looks like.
And Michael Saylor, balls of steel, pause for him to hold on. I think he's up probably $2 billion now, probably 1.8. Well played.
But yeah, let it go to 70. He's gonna be on the
cover. Baby, he's gonna be talking crazy.
He's gonna be on the cover of Time magazine.
President of El Salvador too.
Another guy. Yeah.
Speaking of presidents, you think our guy gonna run?
Who's that?
Cubano. I don't want to break the internet. Dallas.
Oh, Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
Probably not 2024. Maybe.
No. The next cycle.
Oh, speaking of that, so yes, we did speak with the Vice President Kamala Harris.
Yes,
and her team. They were very gracious in conversation. So
your transitions are incredible, bro.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I think it's important to we don't endorse any political candidates. So we're not endorsing any politician, but I think when you have an opportunity to speak to one of the leaders of the country, you would be extremely unintelligent not to have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So for all of you negative people,
you got pushback on that
a little bit, but I have not signed Illuminati deal.
You didn't sign?
Not yet.
I got my paperwork in already.
I put my paperwork in.
Not yet.
I'm waiting for approval.
Fast.
Not yet.
I'm going to Bohemian Grove next week.
I'll wait for approval, man.
I haven't signed the Illuminati deal, and I haven't signed the Democratic endorsement deal either. Like I said, I think we got to have a conversation with Donald Trump also. It's important.
Can't wait.
But no, it was a good conversation that we had with her, and we spoke about all the issues that you would assume that we spoke about.
Yeah,
Palestine. We spoke about Black economic empowerment
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke about branding, criminal justice reform,
storytelling,
mass incarceration.
Yeah, a lot of topics were covered,
and she was very receptive to everything that we spoke about. So
yeah. One of the, and you said the leaders of the country, but one of the leaders of the world, really. I mean, I just saw her speak in the UAE, in Abu Dhabi. I know it's their economic forum in a sense, and she gave a great speech. So this is when you have an opportunity like that, you can't pass it up. And we were gracious enough to be there. But it's interesting. She looked us, each one of us that was sitting at that table, in the eye and asked us personally, what are your thoughts? And
So y'all literally got a seat at the table that we all been fighting for.
For sure.
What are we talking about?
But yeah, and we all got a chance to express our thoughts, and she was very receptive and very gracious and hospitable as well. So yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah,
and
No,
Steph,
shout,
shout
thank
to
you. I ain't gonna. But thank you.
So good. So good. So yeah, I think once again, this is an education, it's an ongoing education that we have to educate our community on different things. And we have to, it's a always like ongoing situation. So when you see Elon Musk at the White House, nobody's calling him a sellout. Nobody's saying like, oh, you sold out the Democratic. Of course, you're gonna go to the White House and speak to people that are running the country like that. That would be intelligent to do. Or when you see Tim Cook, or when you see Mark Zuckerberg, variety of different things. And one person was like, well, while you're there, you didn't ask about Palestine. I'm sure you didn't ask about mass incarceration. You didn't ask about the Congo.
Wrong.
Actually asked about all three of those.
Wrong.
All those.
Wrong.
And ask RFK when he was on here.
First
We'll
question.
be ducking the conversation. Y'all can say whatever y'all
There's
want.
no point in not to. Like, if you're going to be there, then why not speak? It's like you're there for reasons. But the whole, like I said,
that's part of the reason they asked you asked people to be there. You want their honest opinion.
Well, once again, it's an ongoing education with the community to understand that you can reach levels of success without, selling your soul or signing Illuminati deals or whatever you guys think you have to do it in order to.
I can't wait to be on one of them little YouTube videos.
You can actually not compromise yourself and still have conversations. You can actually speak to people that you don't necessarily agree with. You can actually, be diplomatic in times to be diplomatic. You can actually do business with a variety of different people. You can actually be in rooms and not take everything, personal. Like, it's not a personal situation. It's like how they say it's just business, it's just politics. Like, nobody, it's not like you don't. I think, like I said, we hold each other to much higher standards than we hold anybody else to. And this is something that, you have to constantly try to educate people on. And as a Black media, you have to make sure that people kind of understand it, and then some people still won't understand it, but what can you do? But yeah, I think it's important to have the conversation. So we did speak to her, and we'll see what happens. Not really up to us to determine what happens, but all you can do is voice your concerns and issues, and I think that that's beneficial. So you should be happy that guys like us were there, because we have a sense of what's going on the ground, and if we're there, then you're there. So our voices are your voices. So we're not advocating for ourselves. We're advocating for different things that we think are important in the world, and what we're concerned about in the world and in our community and in this country. So something to consider.
I normally like Suge Shotty, but like Balanced Bilal, I like to.
That's a new one.
I like it. I see presidential coming up.
Presidential.
Yeah.
Politics as usual.
Stay tuned.
Politics as usual.
This that Red Panda Anthem. Ian, what's up? This that Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Whole going up. I know they can't stand it.